Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is a review for, and listen, and I want it to be one of my favorite shows because I want it to continuously come back. I just don't feel like we're going to get a season 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. We're here for a The Other Black Girl review. This is on Hulu. So if you don't have Hulu, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry because I don't think you're going to be able to watch. But it was an excellent watch. It was an excellent watch. Right up my alley. Y'all know I love a mystery. I love a whodunit. I love a thriller. I love a spook. And it gave me all of that. It gave me all of that. And very thought-provoking. Very thought-provoking. I'm sure it triggered memories and personal experiences with Black folk all across America, especially Black women. The Other Black Girl is also a novel. It's written by Zakiya Harris, and this is, you know, her book put on screen, and they did a great job with it. I have not read the book. My friend was telling me that she has the book, but it didn't resonate with her. But you know how that is. Like, books can sometimes be completely lackluster, and then once it's put on screen, it's like, well, that was good. Let me go back and try to get back in this book. But if it wasn't a page turner for you to begin with, I don't know. Maybe this did it some justice, and hopefully people will go and read her book. But we gonna get into, let's get into what it's about. So we had first things first. I was so happy to see Mellie. I was so happy to see Mellie. I ain't seen Mellie since Scandal. And Mellie has probably done other things after that, post Scandal. I'm not sure. But I was happy to see her. I was happy to see her. I was happy to see Garcelle, a little Francesca Monroe, if you will. I was happy to see, and I can't think of her name right now, but she was an original cast member over there on Riverdale. And I cannot think of her name right now, but she's her co-star, the girl that played Hazel. And then we got a new face, because I've never seen Sinclair. That's the girl. That's our leading role, Nessa. I'm not familiar with her. I'm not familiar with her work, but from now on, I'm gonna be keeping up, because sis was good. They did a great job. Everybody was perfect for the role that they were cast as. Anyway, getting in the acting bag, but I really enjoyed it. So so Nella, she is I want to say, was she a junior editor, or was she was an assistant to an editor, and played by Mellie, by the way. She was Mellie's assistant in the office, and she's the only Black girl, of course. Initially, she's the only Black girl. And you know how, those ebbs and flows, all the microaggressions from your white counterparts. It's all very draining. Going to work for her is draining. She has a best friend, Malika, and she also happens to have a white boyfriend. He was all right with me. He was all right with me. Turned out to be okay. I didn't know, but he was all right with me. And of course, best friend namesake, because her real name is Brittany as well. But she was my favorite. Her character really resonated with me. I could see myself in the role. I loved it. I loved everything about Malika's character. Everything. But yeah, her best friend, of course, is a Black woman, and then she has her white boyfriend, but the three of them are the three amigos. And she, of course, goes home to them and decompresses and vents and all of that about what happened in the office and being in that white space all day. Another Black girl gets hired. Her name is Hazel. And of course, immediately they click. They're fast friends. there's a situation though that should have been a red flag for her, but she ain't really pick up on the red flags too much. The black woman in the other black woman in the office telling you she got your back, you know, and she's gonna uphold you, you know, around these people when, you know, maybe her name is dropped, or maybe conversations are had that she, you know, that she's not around for. Basically, she, you know, she's promising to have her back when she know in reality she ain't got her back. How many of y'all have been in the workspace and the other black lady you felt like was should have your back? You felt like they should be on your team, and you felt like that, especially in those spaces, that y'all will be on the same page, and it's like, nah, they gonna save their own ass, which is exactly what Hazel did the very minute she was given an opportunity to have that lady's back. She threw her under the bus, like, completely. It didn't shake things up, like, completely. It didn't shake things up all the way, because she continued a friendship with her whole time. Malaika's like, I don't trust her. You need a friend like Malaika. You need somebody that's going to see through the bullshit. You need it. Because sometimes when our old friends meet new friends, and sometimes the new friends, you know, are cool. You know, it ain't no problems. It ain't none of that. But then there are others. There are other times when you can just see through the bullshit. You can see through it. You can see through it all. You can see them coming a mile away. And you trying to warn friend, and friend like, ugh, don't be the jealous friend. It's like, bitch, I'm not jealous. I'm trying to warn your ass. Something is wrong with her. Something is off. Something is afoot. You know? They connect and have this fast friendship, and it's almost like Hazel is trying to turn Nella into her. You know, she's giving her more confidence. She's, you know, she's really grooming her. This is the grooming process. And there's a writer who they both share, you know, like, they commiserate over their love for this writer, and listen, they stand. When it comes to Nella, she loves this writer so much, so, you know, this she introduced her to books, and she fell in love with books after reading this. I forgot the name of the book. Something about blood. I can't think of it. I can't think of the name of the book that she was, you know, so enamored with in the series. But the writer is played by Garcelle, and or Francesca, if y'all know her as Fancy Monroe from the Jamie Foxx show. If you're not familiar with her, you know, with her government, that's what I'm talking about. She's the writer. Her name is Diana, and she comes back into the fold. She wrote this book. It was about her and her best friend. Her best friend, however, has disappeared. Nobody has seen best friend since she left work one day. You know, and so there's a mystery there, you know, with, okay, well, what happened with her? Where is she? You know, her friend Diana has, like, her career has taken off. Her career has taken off. She's coined up, you know, well renowned, all of that, Nobel Peace Prize, Pulitzer winner, all of that. And she comes into the fold, and Nella gets her to re-release the book that did so well for her. And automatically, I ain't know about Miss Thing, what's her name? Diana. It was something about her that was just like, I don't know about you. I feel like something's gonna be something. Yeah, something. I didn't really trust her completely right away, and I had good reason to. I had good reason not to, I should say. But anyway, she forms this friendship with this girl. They have all of this. She has all of these big ideas and all of that. She wants to be of course, the chief editor. She wants to move up. She hasn't had a promotion in a while. This is Nella I'm speaking of. And Hazel, of course, is just in her corner, like, I'm rooting for you. You can do this, you can do that, you can do anything. Just pushing her out there. She introduces her to her group of friends. You know, she said, we got a group. It was given cult. And these women were very robotic. They were very it was like a Stepford wife, but black girls in corporate America. Friend could see it, her boyfriend could see it. Eventually Nella started to notice as well that something was off, and that they were basically creating little, you know, pods, little black lady pods, little conservative, you know, do good, keep your head down, successful black women. And the whole time we're thinking that this is the works of the white man that's at the top. But the whole time, sorry, spoiler alert, he has been working with Diana to make and mold black women all over town, all over the place, so that they are, you know, agreeable in the workplace. So that they're not creating rifts, creating situations where we got to do diverse training and not causing a stir within these, you know, in these white spaces. So go ahead and give them chief editor position. Go ahead and give them the judge seat. Go ahead and push them forward, because it's what they want. But they forget the struggles of being a black person in America, in corporate America. It was really crazy. And again, insightful and eye-opening, and I'm sure triggering for everybody black working in corporate America. There was this character, a black guy. He had a podcast, and he's one of those Umar Johnson, you know, for the people, down with the cause. Okay, the revolutionary for sure. And Nella, she wanted to get him into writing. You know, she's like, I follow your podcast and you have a lot to say. You got good shit to say. And so, like, it's time you start putting that, let's get a book deal going. And he was all for it. He was all for dismantling the patriarchy. He was all for dismantling the whole thing. And then come to find out, they got to his ass a lot sooner. There was this hair grease that they used the hair grease as the catalyst. There's this hair grease. It of course, it doesn't have a label or anything, but whatever is in it, whatever witchcraft she has put on the grease, she just takes a little and puts it on, massages your temples with it. You know, what do you want? What is your dream? You like, oh, I want to be a superstar. I want it to be giving Beyonce. I want to be out here doing everything with the stars. I'm talking going on tour. You, all of that, all of your heart's desires will come to pass. You know, whatever that was that she was greasing your scalp with. For some of them, they felt a little bit of pain and tingling sensation. It's like, what is this? Nobody knows what it was, but it was working for the people, and it was really whitewashing them. It was whitewashing them. It was coming back with straight hair, you know, going from being very Afrocentric, going from Yaya, from y'all know Yaya from what's Yaya last name? Is it DaCosta? I feel like I'm making that up, but maybe that's her name. Yaya from America's Next Top Model. She was on the same season as Eva. She lost against Eva, although I was rooting for her. Okay, I was rooting for her. But you're going from Yaya to, you know, straight lace, straight hair, you know, all of that. Somebody got to him, and all of a sudden he was whitewashed. He was down with doing a book deal with that company, whereas before he would badmouth that company, and he had a whole lot to say about that company, and now he's just cool with, you know, signing on their dotted line. This turns out bad for Nella, because once she finds out that this is Diana's doing, and that Diana has been the one being, you know, she's been the puppeteer this whole time, even with her best friend, because her best friend done gone missing. You know, they done painted a picture like she unalived herself, but that ain't even what happened. It's not even what happened. They've been trying to get the black girls everywhere, and when you are reluctant, then, you know, they're coming after you. You know, they're going to paint some picture like you're a crazy person. They're going to portray you to be some kind of crazy crackhead, or, you know, like it's just going to be bad for you. You're going to get the angry black woman, excuse me, trope. And most black women don't want that. Whew. Anyway, she ends up outsmarting them. And she works together, of course, with Malika and her boyfriend, and they swindle, you know, and work their way back in. She has to assimilate. She has to put on the good face, you know. So in the end, she's coming back with her straight hair and all of that. It appears like she drank the Kool-Aid, or should I say, let them grease her scalp. And it's all you know, that's what we're left with. Her fight, you know, I got the information that I need, you know, like they gonna take them down. So hopefully we do get a second season of this. I want to say you can, like, this is something that you can kind of drag out. Like, it doesn't have to just be solely based on this book and what the story was in the book. Maybe that's what this first season was. And now we can expound, because I do want to see her, you know, dismantle the whole situation. I do want to see that happen. I want to see that play out. Anyway, I've talked about this and you know, enough. I got to move on because I think I got, 2 other reviews to do. Anyway, I enjoyed The Other Black Girl. If you have not watched it and you have a Hulu subscription, I listen, go over there and watch it. It was good. It was very entertaining. Very much so. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.